My name's Gavin Banks. I'm a DP director based in Newcastle, New South Wales, and I have a small production company called Good Idea. I started off filmmaking with a degree. I did a Bachelor of Communication Studies at Newcastle Uni. And the reason I did that was I really felt like film is the most powerful mode of communication, medium of communication available. So what inspires me to tell stories is to be able to tell stories that matter. And we do that in our business. We do heaps of not-for-profit work. That's led to other bigger gigs, and we're seeing some really fun and interesting projects come along. We just did a tourism commercial for the Coast, which is something I'm really proud of. What I find really interesting is coming out of university, people were bagging the whole corporate filmmaking side and going, oh, why'd you do that, blah, 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 blah. 85% of content doesn't go to broadcast, and I would say even more now. YouTube is the world's second biggest search engine. Video is becoming far more prolific. Anybody can shoot a film. I have a friend who makes films on his mobile phone, and won Tropfest New York with a mobile phone film. So the tools that we have available to us now are remarkable. Now a tiny little phone, a tiny little smartphone can shoot 4K footage. Is it, a Panavision camera? No. But you can still tell a story. And I find that so exciting because it makes filmmaking so accessible, so anyone can make films. Just because anyone can make a film doesn't mean they can make good films, and that's where the craft of filmmaking comes in. What I've loved about corporate filmmaking is it's helped me hone my storytelling skills. And being a small operator, starting off as a small company where I had to do everything. So I had to shoot, and I had to edit, and I had to direct. And I constantly found that I was editing myself out of problems that happened because I didn't shoot this thing that I should have shot. So editing taught me how to be a better DP. There was something really great about coming through that, taking that particular road of having to do everything. And we still do. Some of the jobs that we do are small and we don't need lots and lots of people, but other jobs we pull in a team of up to 15 people. For me, the exciting thing is that everybody has access to these tools, and if you hone your skills and if you apply lots of thought to what you do, you can create amazing things. Using all the lessons we'd learned there in now our commercials is why we're having the success we are. When I was finishing uni, the lecturer said to us, you can either get a job or you can find work. So I got out and I got a job, and I worked as a news cameraman for about 18 months. And then I went into private sector, started working for a small production company. And then from there, actually went out on my own and started doing things. It's really challenging being in business for yourself, but it's also rewarding. Being in business for yourself, you get to choose what you do and what you don't. And we say yes to most things. And that creates a lot of work. There's a lot more work than just being creative and doing this and that. So I shot a feature film in 2009. I'd never shot a feature before. I'd done some doco work and commercials, what have you. But on that shoot, I think I got paid like $800 a week. It was $1,000 a week, probably with gear. And I gave my camera assistant $200 so he could just afford to, pay for something. So all of us were working for nothing. And working an 80-hour week, 4 weeks in a row, 6 days a week. But that job gave me, being able to say I shot a feature, being able to show people the movie, being able to show people rushes from the movie, helped me. I leveraged that. And that got me into another one, and got me into another job, a bigger job, a better job. Anyone that's wanting to get into the industry is start small with what you have. Build on that. Don't give away your service. It's a valuable service. Don't undercut everybody and think that they're all charging way too much money, because the big boys are charging what they do because that's what it costs to run business, and it costs to run a legitimate business with insurances and, infrastructure and overheads and all that stuff. Work hard with what you've got, push your gear as far as you can, Be adventurous, try new things, experiment. Always put your client first and subjugate your creativity to your client wishes. And if you can keep your clients happy, they'll keep coming back and you'll keep being paid and you'll get better jobs, bigger jobs, and you'll be able to sort of move, sort of up the ladder. And as you do that, if you're working well and if people like what you're doing, you'll be given more creative freedom, more respect. And that's what we see with the big directors. People will just hire a name because they know that person can deliver. What that really comes down to is a client's not going to give you 100 grand to produce a project if they don't trust that you'll really look after them. At the end of the day, I'm in business and I do what I do because I love it. I think that filmmaking, I think that films are the most potent form of storytelling that we have. And I think there's no better communication medium than film. So I'm one of the lucky ones because I get to do what I love and I get paid for it.